Welcome to Coach Vee's speed courses on data technology and tools. I am building out all the essential tools I'll ever need for podcasting, and so you would. And I want to share every single step with you so you can benefit right along with me. Today, we are kicking things off by learning how to build a timer for your podcast right in Excel. And you know what? In this playlist, we are going to explore the power of Excel with VBA, Visual Basic, augmented by AI tools and applications. It's going to be a wild ride. Hang on. So, what exactly are we building? You can see we are talking about a digital timer application right within Excel, and it'll be built using VBA. It's designed to be a super customizable and honestly a standalone app, which is pretty neat for Excel if I do say so myself. Let's talk about features a bit for a second, because this isn't just any old timer. First off, it has customizable timer duration. You can easily set your timer for any length, hours, minutes, seconds, using a simple text input box. And when I say simple, I mean it. You can do hours, minutes, and seconds in the format given over there. For an example hour, you just could write 60 minutes or add an hour number back in the hour spot. How cool is that? It has a clear display in that classic format, so you always know exactly where you are. And of course, full control, dedicated start, pause, and stop buttons. You can pause it, grab that sip of water, and then restart right where you left off. What's really special though is the resizable interface. Yes, you heard me right. You can adjust the size of the timer window to suit your preference, assuming your Excel version supports it, of course. And that standalone feel I mentioned, the Excel interface actually hides when the timer runs, and then it reappears when you close the timer. It is a clean experience. Now, just a heads up for first-time users, there's a mandatory email registration as well. We just need an email address to access the application, and of course, terms and conditions to be on the safe side. Agreement is required during that registration. It's all for security of your data and of the app, and to make sure we are on the same page. All right, so we are diving into lesson 101, Advanced Excel with augmented with AI, how to build a timer. I mean, I'm telling you, I will introduce you to the sheer power of Excel with VBA, augmented with AI tools. It is truly something powerful. And that I will do it in 5 steps. Yes, you heard me right, 5 steps. Step number 1, you'll write a prompt with exact requirements to generate the implementation and the script details. Step number 2, you'll open Excel and launch the VBA Editor. Build user form in step 3 and insert all the scripts that you got generated through the AI app in the modules and forms. Those VBA codes are very neatly written by the AI app. Save the workbook. Step number 5, launch and test the application. All in this 5 steps. You will have an independent application that will help you keep the time. So I got to ask you one question. If you have been looking for the timer like this for your podcast, something simple right there without having to go out and buy a separate app, tool, or a plugin. I've seen several of them in the YouTube world space. If so, then this is your video lesson. This is for you. And hey, before we really jump in, make sure you send in your thoughts, your comments, your questions, anything at all, to our social media channels. We love hearing from you, really. I do. Let's quickly cover the system requirements though. Are you ready? Is your computer is ready? You'll need Microsoft Windows 64-bit for the best performance. Software-wise, you definitely need an Excel. Anything 2010 and newer should work for you. And crucially, Microsoft Outlook that must be installed and configured on your computer for the initial email notification feature to work. So let's go. Write a prompt with exact requirements and generate implementation steps with scripts. I will pause this and go to the browser so as to get you a feel of, there you go. You can use ChatGPT or Gemini, Google app, and just type in your requirements here. I have attached the prompt exactly to generate the script and implementation steps with this very video. So you should be able to get that, copy, paste, and generate it as quick and dirty as possible. Now, I'm not going to go through this step over here. It's very easy. So many such videos. And if you need any help, please do let me know and I can jump on a call to help you out how it works. All right. So you have the prompt ready. You copied and pasted. In the Gemini or ChatGPT, you have all the scripts ready for you to paste it in your Excel. So what's the next step you want to do? Yes, you heard me right. You have to open Excel and the VBA Editor. Let me quickly give you a view of the Excel where the Visual Basic I'm talking about sits, and if it doesn't show up on your ribbon, you can also add that on your ribbon. Okay, let me launch the Excel app. Here's the Excel app over here. You will start any new file, and once you have file open, you would go into the developer ribbon on the left, Visual Basic app editor here, wherein you would be able to add forms, modules, and sheets. You see, you should be able to add that all. The script that will be generated over here will be each addressing every piece of, for example, if it's a form script, you will see there will be object like this, and its properties will also be defined in the script, in the implementation script. So you don't have to worry about anything else. You just have to follow the script and implementation step one by one, each line, and you'd be able to achieve this within 15 to 20 minutes. Not a big deal. In 5 major steps, as I mentioned, of course. So that's how the app is added over here. You see that's the form timer is an object that is a design segment of the terms and condition, which appears over here when it's launched. And by the way, terms and condition and email collection happens for the users only if they launch it for the first time, not all the time. This is the form, what it looks like for the email launcher. I'll close this application over here so we can launch at the end. Alrighty. So you saw how the Excel application works and how VBA could be launched within Excel. Third step, where we talked about building a user form and inserting a standalone module. All that you can do. Again, I described it where the user form is there already and how you would be able to add that. Or I can do an independent video next time, but I'm sure there are tons of those videos available in YouTube space. So I don't have to repeat things that are already there. You can follow the steps line by line in the implementation. By the way, the implementation steps and the scripts file will also be attached with this very video with the link. So you don't have to worry about that. And I have this very project live on GitHub. I'd be sharing that link as well. So you can fork from there, install on your machine each file and play with it. We've learned how to, I'm sure I don't have to teach you how to cut, copy, paste from your Gemini app or Google Gemini app or ChatGPT app to get those scripts. You know how to do that. This would be the fourth step. And fifth step would be just save the file with the file name. And remember that file must be saved as macro file, macro enabled file. And I would definitely show you at least once again here how, if you haven't done any. So you open a new file over here again to show you how the developer menu stays there. And if it doesn't show up, you go into the file menu here, go into options, and go into the ribbon here, and you can add the developer button, developer menu set to this ribbon you're using. That's how you get the developer menu set on your ribbon in Excel. Again, into the Visual Basic, as you go in over here, you will build the form. You'll build the form, add the design elements over here, like each segment, whether it is a label or if it is a button, command button, all that you'll be doing here, and you'll be defining the property depending on how you want it to be shown, the color, etc., all that. I'm not doing this here. All right, so we will try to launch the, let me see where we are here, and test it. So let's launch and test it. This is my app that's built in over here. Actually, I'll close it, and here we go. And go back and launch this. The moment I launch it, you see what happened over here. We have this timer already up and running, and there is no trace in the, of course, the Excel is running in the background to support this app. And once it launches, the app sheets close at the end, because that's how the sheet has been, an Excel file has been planned and logically, coded. So here you put 5 minutes and start. There we go. It took 15 minutes, I tell you, to do my first version of this. Exactly, without much hassle. I added the email portion, terms and condition portion in the next 10-20 minutes. So altogether, I took 1 hour, honestly, to build this thoroughly and launch it and put it up as a project in GitHub. That simple. And there, I don't want you to spend all the time. I have an Excel sheet. You can directly use it. You just have to provide the email address and agree to terms, and you'd be able to use it for you. You don't have to build it from the scratch, even 15 minutes or 1 hour. It'll be 1 minute on your end for any timer need you may have on your podcasting. All right, let me close this. When you close it, you see their email, the Excel shows up. All right, folks. So how do you use this fantastic tool? You may have a question. Once you have a downloaded version of it, which is up there on the GitHub, or I will provide the link here in the description. It'll be mytimerapp.xlsm, which is a macro-enabled file from Excel. I'll provide the Google Cloud link, and you'd be able to download and run from there. Again, it is crucial when you open the file, Excel will probably give you a security warning about macros being disabled. You must click enable content or enable macros in that yellow bar at the top. If you don't, it just won't work. It's for the security feature. Excel has been empowered to do that. For the first time launch, an email registration form will pop up. Enter your email, click the read terms and condition button, and then check I agree box. This is another crucial step in using the Excel-based timer app that I have built for you. Unless you want to build from scratch, you can do it in 5 steps It will take maximum 1 hour if you're not good at speed cut, copying, pasting. If you're good at speed, 15 minutes. You will have the app running and you can design the background color, etc. on your own. Use the app already built after you download it, and you can customize on your end. I'm not stopping you from customizing. Use the exact same steps, go back to your Visual Basic editor panel and code change if you want to change on your own. If you want to change the color of that on your own, it's up to you. That's your file. Okay. Um, Once that's done, digital timer appears and you start using it. Okay. Simple. Start button helps to start. Pause button pauses the timer, and of course, start button restarts and resets it again. Again, the disclaimer over here, when you want to resize the UI by dragging the edges, you won't be able to do it in this version unless you have a version that supports that, and you may have to tweak the border style resizable onto those buttons in the form. So the form needs to be adjusted if you have the right version of your Excel and Microsoft Office applications in order to resize it. And that's all. If you keep getting any macro security warnings, make sure you are saving the file to a trusted location where you can access the file time and again, and it will work for you every time you launch it. Now, for those who might be new to the shown what I'm doing it, you might not know the Coach V. That's me. Loves to talk, train, and share my best experiences. I mean, I've got decades of life experiences, and I really try to structure these experiences into mentorship programs. I mean, if you don't hesitate to reach out to me, if you want to reach out for any life questions you may have, seriously, anything I can help, I will. Okay, so you're probably thinking, well, all right, Coach V, let me use the Excel timer. Yes, voila. Of course, go ahead and use your Excel timer. There's not much left on this end. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Bye-bye.